today's demo session, we will discuss what the basically machine learning is. Okay, and some of the types of the machine learning, some of the use cases of the machine learning, and what will be our course content in our training. What is going to be covered in our this machine learning concept. Some of the prerequisites are also there. We will also discuss about that as well. Like if you want to start this training, what else you have to know. If so here is the first slide. In this, you can see out here that there is a fine. So we were discussing that a slide is here in the front of you that says that by Wikipedia, the normal definition of the machine learning that is mentioned by Wikipedia, that is the machine learning was coined by Arthur Smale in 1959. He belongs to a department of statistics. He was the basically we can see out the founder by his basically that author has coined this name machine learning, and according to him, machine learning is an art of a science of training a machine without being programmed. That means we are providing some of the information to our system or a machine, and our machine is going to be learned from that information so that it is going to be predict something. Machine learning basically this is a normal simple definition about by the author of the uh, by the author who has introduced the term name as a machine learning. The normal definition we can say out of the machine learning is that machine learning is a subset of a AI. We all know that AI is a very much huge. We can it consists of n numbers of things. Okay, but machine learning is a one subset. Machine learning is a one part of a AI which which focus on mainly on machine learning, like if I'm providing some of the information to you, like if I'm teaching to a student, like some of the images of the uh, something like a fruits, like this is an apple, this is an uh, mango, or what else. If I'm just introducing some of the instruction, if I'm just providing some of the instruction to the student, according to my instruction, according to the learning basis of the student, if I am providing a new input, if I'm showing a new fruit to a student that hey, this is a new fruit, according to your own learning basis, can you tell me what is it? It is a mango or a apple. So basically machine learning is uh, from their learning, it is going to be predict something. In a machine learning, we are not developing any software, we are not developing any application. In a machine learning, we are just going to develop an intelligent system which is going to be learned by its own, and providing the output or the predicted output to us. Okay, so this is a basic machine learning. Again, and one more definition of the machine learning is there. Okay, machine learning, some according to some of the authors, machine learning is nothing just a fancy name of a math. Machine learning is nothing just a fancy name of a math. Like all the prediction, all the data handling is going to be performed by the mathematics, but we are using that mathematics in our computer science, so that name is going to be introduced as a machine learning. So machine learning is nothing just a fancy name of a math. In our machine learning, we have a different type of the learning here. How our machine is going to be learning, there are two type of the learning. Most often the two types of the machine learnings are there: supervised machine learning and unsupervised type of the machine learning. In some of the articles and some of the books, there are also mentioned the third type of the machine learning, that is reinforcement learning. But in actual, reinforcement learning is not a part of the machine learning. That is another, or we can say out a further, is a part of a deep learning. So that is how we didn't mention out our reinforcement learning into our this slide here. So machine learning mainly has its two types: supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning. So let's have a brief idea about supervised machine learning. But what the basically machine learning, supervised machine learning is. As I said, as I had already given you a one example, that a teacher will be there, he is giving some of the instruction to the student. Okay, some of the input data, some of the label data we can say out, that hey, this is an apple, this is a banana, this is a mango. Okay, so according to the instruction of the teacher, student is going to be learning from him. Okay, learning from him, that means I am providing some of the instruction, and after completing the instruction, if I'm showing him a new fruit, that hey, this is a new one, can you tell me what is it, what basically it is? Okay, so on the basis we can say out learning guided by a teacher, that is the one type of our machine learning, that is our supervised learning. That means we are providing a such type of a data which provides some of the information about the data. That means like if we want to, let's discuss one more example. Like if I want to create a chatbot. Okay, if I want to create a normal chatbot here, like if I'm using out the concept of the supervised learning, I am providing a data set to our machine. Okay, like what are the queries of a user? Like I am a user, if I want to chat with the bot or a machine, what type of the message I can provide, what kind of a query I want to ask from a machine, such as we can say out if I'm creating a chatbot of an institute, so what type of the queries I can ask from our boot here? Like, is there any classes on a weekend? Uh, what will be the timing? Are you providing this type of the course? What will be the charges of this course? And numbers of things. So basically, firstly, we are just providing some of the information that hey, this type of the messages will be there, and according to you have to learn if this type of the messages will be there according to your own. You have to provide some of the output. You have to provide some of the response. This will be our one example. Like we are providing the proper label data from which our machine is going to be run out here. This belong to our supervised type of the learning. Unsupervised type of the learning, this will be the another type of the machine learning, that is named as the unsupervised type of the learning. In unsupervised type of the learning, basically there are n numbers of articles we can say out available. Okay, but the thing is that we have to understand what the basically it is. Okay, so in a normal words, in a normal definition of the unsupervised learning, let me explain about the unsupervised type of the learning with an example here. Let us suppose in supervised learning, I was providing some of the instruction to the student that hey, this is an apple, this is a banana, this is a mango. Okay, and after providing the information, I am going to ask from the user, ask from the student that hey, this is a new fruit. You have to tell me this is a which type of the fruit it is. Okay, but in unsupervised type of the learning, what we have to do is uh, in unsupervised type of learning, there is nothing like a teacher, there is nothing like a label data. Okay, unsupervised type of the learning basically divided into group. Let us suppose I am providing baskets of fruits to the student. Okay, which consists of n numbers of fruit, which consists of n numbers of fruits here. Okay, so on the basis of n numbers of fruit, on the basis of the on student learning, like he has to categorize, like similar shape is going to be stored at one thing, similar shape is going to be again going to one thing. So on his by his own, a student by his own, he is going to be learn about his shapes or the n numbers of features, we can also say out on their own learning. He is going to be decide, so this is a one category, this is a second category. If I'm providing a new fruit to the student that hey, this is a new fruit, so automatically according to his learning, he is going to be providing at the that place where it is going to be suit out here. Okay, in our supervised type of learning, the first one we have introduced supervised type of learning. We have a further divided our supervised learning in some of the algorithm, such as a uh, regression algorithm, such as a classification type of the algorithm. In our training part, we will deeply covered deeply covered about the supervised learning, totally about our unsupervised type of the learning as well. Now, what is going to be covered in our course here? What will we will cover in our course? Okay, basically, most often Python we can say out a pre-request. Okay, Python is the most popular language. As you all know, Python is going to be more demanding in our this domain in a machine learning or DA or data science domain. Why Python is so much demanding. As I said, one definition of the machine learning, as I discussed, one definition of a machine learning, that machine learning is nothing just a fancy name of a math. That means somehow we have to deal with the mathematics, somehow we have to deal with the some of the statistics or the mathematics. So to deal with the math along with our computer, we need a one programming language by which we can perform that type of the task. And Python itself, we can say out, is a one of the famous language by which we can perform that type of the task. Either you can go with a Python, either you can go with the R. But the most demanding in a current or in a present time or in a coming time as well, the Python will be more demanding. The Python will be more demanding in that. Okay. After so that we had mentioned out Python here. That is our, we are going to be cover Python in our content as well. Not the whole Python, not the whole Python is going to be covered out. The thing that you have to remember, not the whole Python is going to be covered up. Only that much of a Python is needed so that you can understand the machine learning algorithm code, that what is going to be happen, how our system is going to be run, how our system is going to be predict something. Only that much of Python is going to be covered out. Near around 4 to 5 hours, near around 4 to 5 hours will cover within our Python. Another thing I had mentioned out that again, I'm just repeating again that machine learning is nothing just a fancy name of our math. Okay, so n numbers of algorithms are there. N numbers of algorithm are there. What we will do is, firstly we will introduce the algorithm, then the use cases of algorithm, which type of the scenario we have to use of this algorithm. After getting out the use cases of the algorithm, we are going to be studied about the proper depth of the algorithm. That means at the back end of this algorithm, what type of the mathematics is going to be used out. Okay, and that mathematics first, before starting the algorithm, we will also discuss that how this math is going to be written out in Python. So that I had also mentioned out one point, a statistics library of a Python is also going to be covered out, such as a NumPy and Pandas. NumPy is something like a numerical Python. If you want to perform all the mathematical functionality with a Python, NumPy is going to be used out. And that also play a very much important part in a machine learning, because all the mathematics we have to perform out, all the mathematics we have to perform out in this one here. Okay, so that is going to be covered up. Pandas, I had mentioned, Pandas is a library of a Python which is used to handle out the data. Okay, and in our course, in our basically content or in our concept here, machine learning, so we also have, we have to also know how to play with our data set. We have to also know how to play with our data set here. So that I had also mentioned some of the concept of the Pandas. That means if we know, because in a real scenario, in a real time, there will be a very much dirty data, there will be a very much dirty data, and dirty data like some of the some of the information inside our data that is not so much needed, some of the information are missing. So that type of data we can say out as a dirty data in a real scenario. Okay, so we have to also clean our data sets. For the cleansing process of our data set, we need somehow the Pandas here, and a basic knowledge about the Pandas is very much needed here. Okay, after completing the Python statics and statics library of a Python, that means you will be able to handle out your data by own. You will be able to filter out your data by own. You will be able to analyze the information about your data by your own. After completing this much of a concept, we are properly starting the A to the main concept of the machine learning, that are some of the algorithms of the machine learning here. And here I had mentioned out the two type of the machine learning: supervised type of the learning and unsupervised type of the learning. Supervised type of the learning further divided into two types, that is our regression type of the algorithm and the classification type of the algorithm. In our course content, deeply we are going to be understand about all the algorithm which is going to be covered in our supervised type of the learning and a unsupervised type of the learning. So firstly, we are going to be starting with our idea behind the algorithm. mathematics, that means at the back end of the algorithm, what is going to be happen, what type of the mathematics it is going to use to perform some of the predictive modeling. After then, we will perform out that algorithm in our Python to show you that how it is going to be work out. We will pick out all the real scenario, all the real data to perform out all the algorithm. At the end of our course, you will be proper able to predict something from your data set here. From your data, you will be proper able to create an intelligent system which is going to be predict something. Okay, and the most common application in our India here, in our most often in the most often the famous application that is going to be covered out, that is our, we can say out, a chatbot. Chatbot is a one of the most famous application, and I will also introduce in our course content how to handle out our text data, how to handle out a chatbot application, how to create a basic chatbot application. So this type of the concept is also going to be covered out here. So this will be our course content. The further, I had one more PDF file which consists of each and every. This is just an overview that what is going to be covered out here. And I had created one more PDF file that what is going to be covered in Python, what is going to be, what type of the statics concept that is going. Okay, so let me give you a brief about the statics, what is going to be covered out. So first we are starting with our basic statics, descriptive statics, inferential statics. Then linear algebra is also going to be introduced because all our algorithm are using some of the concept of the mathematics such as the linear algebra, calculus. So before starting the algorithm, just I am going to brush up your skills. Okay, brush up your mathematics skills that we had learned in a ninth or a 10th class. Okay, so within a 2 hour, we are going to cover all the statics part that is needed for the machine learning. Then we are going to start it with a uh, brief idea about the algorithm, how it is going to be worked, which type of the use cases we are going to be uses this algorithm, what is the idea behind this algorithm, what is the mathematics, how at the back end it is going to be working, then how to use in a Python, how to implement that algorithm in our data, how it is going to be predicting the output, and also to check out the output is accurate or no. If the accurate is, if the output the provided by the algorithm is not so much fine, again we have to repeat out the same task. So all the proper we can say out end-to-end life cycle is going to be covered out of the machine learning in our training here. So if anyone has any query, let me know here. Let me ask. You can ask me here. Anyone has any query?
No, sir.
Okay. So else
Hi.
regarding okay. So else
Yeah, sorry,
information. Yes, yes. Please proceed.
sorry to interrupt you in between. So, maybe you have covered already. I don't know. So, but actually, I have just joined the call. I just want to know, like, so do we need to, do we have any prerequisites to learn this one? Like, so do we need to have some knowledge on other technologies, or is there anything like that?
See, in our course content, we are going to start our training from the very much scratch, from the very much basic. Okay, but if you have a knowledge of any programming language, if you have any knowledge of any programming language such as C, C++, Java, that somehow we can see our plus point. That means you can easily grab out the concept. But we are starting our training from very much scratch. We are starting from the very much basics of the Python to statics of the to uh, to the statics with Python. Then we are going to cover with our machine learning algorithm. We are going to start from the very much basics.
Okay, so the question why I have asked this question is like somebody told me like we need to have some certifications in AWS somewhere, so somebody
AWS is
told me, I
going
don't know whether it is true or not. Just want to make sure.
AWS is something like that, that if you are providing, if you are working in proper life cycle of the data science, like a proper AI concept here. Okay, machine learning engineer, the responsibility of the machine learning engineer is only that he has to create an intelligent system which is going to be predict something. AWS is needed by that person who is going to deploy your the code you had written, deploy your model you had created on an application. Either it can be on a software, either it can be on a application. So the AWS knowledge is must to the another person who is going to deploying your model into an uh, either a software, either a web application. Your responsibility is just to create a model and a proper intelligent model which is going to be predict something.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
And Krishna, I have one doubt.
Yes, yes, please.
Uh, what standard of mathematics and statistics we need to learn from our academic, like 10th or intermediate and degree?
We can see
So,
out some of the yes, yes, please proceed.
and how do we analyze which model is suitable for our programming, our requirement from the statistics and mathematics both?
From the statics and the mathematics, basically the needed concept are somehow descriptive analysis, sorry, descriptive statics. Okay, then inferential statics, we have some of the tests that is going to be test our algorithm that the output we are checking out what the output is providing by our model is accurate or not. Okay, then somehow you had a knowledge about the matrix. Okay, linear algebra concept we can see out because we are handling our data set here. We are going to be handle out our data set here, and all the data set is going to be handled by a machine by we can see out numbers by the numbers. So that is how linear algebra will be must. I hope you got out your answer. Anyone else has any query? Anyone else has any query? Okay, so the rest things,
And
yes,
sorry,
yes.
Krishna. So, is it data scientist is include as a machine learning, data science along with
No,
like
no, no.
programming language, any Python? These all the things, right?
See, for the data science, we can say out of machine learning is also one part of for the data science as well. The content that I had mentioned that are always prerequisites for the data science as well. If you are going with the data science field, in the data science domain, you have some more knowledge as well, some of the another concept as well, that dbms knowledge that you have to know. You have to know about the visualization tools such as a tableau, so that is also included in our data science here. But machine learning is also one part of a data science here. So some of the content, like we can say out of 50 to 60% of the content of a data science is going to be covered in our this machine learning training, that we are also going to cover our python. We are also going to cover our statics for that is used for the machine learning. We are also going to be covered about the uh, machine learning algorithms here. So we can say out 50 to 60% of the content of the data science is going to be covered in our this one training here. We are today here just for the representing about the machine learning concept here. In our data science, some of the more concepts are needed, like you have a proper knowledge about the dbms. That means you have to know how to handle out your data set here, what are the sources of your data, how you are going to be performing the uh, we analyzing your data set here, how you are analyzing your data set. It's all the all about the data that is going to be covered out in our data science here. Somehow big data is also going to be needed in data science domain, that how you are going to handle out your big data. There are some of the frameworks for big data such as the hadoop and spark, but in a present time spark is going to be famous. Spark is famous one or a demanding one instead of hadoop.
Yes.
That is a spark. All the big data dbms knowledge, all the visualization tool is a part of a data science, and machine learning is also one part of the data science, we can say, or that is going to be one part of that. Any further queries anyone has? Okay, so the rest you can talk with the consultant as well. Okay, uh, so this is for our technical demo here. Anyone has any query in our course or the today demo what we had discussed about the machine learning. Anyone has any query, they can ask the rest thing you can ask with the consultant. Okay, I hope it's fine. Okay, so fine. Uh, I am now giving here. So the rest you can talk with the consultant as well.